What is good, yo? It's your boy Ty back here with another video, and in this video today we are going to be doing another episode of our MyTEAM makeover. So this is a video in which you guys send in your squads, and I basically make adjustments with your squads with how much MT you are willing to spend or how much MT you want. So try to help you guys out in the best way possible. So I mean, if you guys are interested in being in one of these videos in the future, make sure to go follow me on Twitter, and I do appreciate you guys helping me out by dropping your squads down below. Now, before we dive any further into this video today, if you are new to my channel and have not yet, please consider smashing that subscribe button as we're on the road to 90,000 subscribers. This first squad sent in here is from Spicy, and honestly, he's got a pretty solid squad all the way around. Your starting lineup, if you want to put AK on ball, and let's say you have a Giannis at the 4, it's just tough, because what are you going to do? Are you just going to have Penny guard the ball? So that's the first thing I see. The second thing is Mikal Bridges at the 4 is not something I like. So Purvis is going to go. The guy I'm going to plug in is Jonathan Isaac. Now, I honestly don't know if I like your starters or your bench more. Your bench, I feel like, is more well-balanced. Starters, I just feel like there's so much offense and not that many locks. But, I mean, with your MT only being at 30K, you do play on current gen as well. I like Mike and Jared. I like both of those guys. What I would try to do, just continue to build that MT up. First guy I'd maybe try to replace is probably Chris Mullin. Chris Mullin's fine, but for the era we're in, he's kind of a one-trick pony. He's gonna do one thing on the court for you. But this squad is the one I'd kind of go with. Get rid of Purvis, add Jonathan Isaac. This next squad here was sent in by my guy Michael, and honestly, he's got a pretty good squad. He says he wants to change his bench around a little bit, and he just wants to play lanes and has 300K MT to work with. Now, the first thing I'll say, starters look fine. If you can move, if you can score with your starters, you're tough. And credit to you, because you don't have a lot of offense in your starting lineup. Now, your bench, I feel like there's a little more offense. Ja is going to give you a little bit more. But again, with the double big lineup, it's just a little bit tough. Now, the one guy I think you need to add to your lineup is Penny Hardaway, right? You like playing lanes. You got Eddie Jones and Mikal Bridges. Put Penny Hardaway on like a 2 or 3, a guy that doesn't handle the ball. He's going to give you a little bit more than Ja Morant does. So you're probably wondering, if you want to keep Ja, you can. What other adjustments you want to make? Well, if I'm running Penny, I'd lean this, okay? I'd lean to pick up James Harden. If you haven't tried James Harden, I'd pick up either one of the James Hardens. I like the Harden-Penny duo. I always have, always will. That's something I think that fits your squad pretty well. Next squad here was sent in by Zay on Twitter. Says he has 200,000 MT to work with. Also said he wanted to replace James Harden to move Eddie Jones to the 2, but he said he needed to find a 3 to make that happen. Now, if I'm you, the guy that pops initially to my mind is Andre Kirilenko. Doesn't matter which one, AK is going to get the job done. Try to find one that is badged up. Now, let's just say you add AK. Is your squad finished? No, but it looks a little bit better. Another adjustment I personally would make is finding a way to get Jaren Jackson Jr. into your lineup. Now, whether that's for Covington, I'm okay with that. Whether that's for Ayton, I'm fine with that as well. So I'm just going to put him in for DeAndre Ayton for the current time. The last adjustment that I would make with your squad is Mike Conley's got to go. And I'm sorry, but it's the way it is. If you want to try Eric Snow, you can. If you want to run DeJounte Murray, you can. Again, I'm going to plug in a card that is pretty expensive, but if you want to use all your MT, you can, and Penny Hardaway. Next squad here is sent in by my guy Kiwi on Twitter. Says he's grinding for Michael Redd and Dan Marley. So we're going to put these guys out here because, I mean, you don't know if you're going to get Michael Redd, and Dan Marley's a ways away. So starting lineup, I'm not even going to touch. That starting lineup is good. Problem is this bench. I mean, if you have 100,000 MT and you're running Vucevic, gosh, I don't know. Especially, like, these two guys just got to go. That's as simple and as friendly as I can put it. Sometimes I just can't be friendly, and I just got to tell you guys what it is, and that is just not it. So here's what I'd say. I like Batum into your lineup. I like him. You could find a way for AK maybe to play. Problem is you need a shooting guard. Without another free shooting guard, right? If you don't have Jay Rich, Mike Redd, or Dan Marley, it's where things can get tricky. I still think for 60,000 MT, the upgrade in Harden is something that I would do if I'm you. You're gonna have so much more success with the Diamond Harden than the Amethyst Harden. It's not even close. And then at center, the upgrade I'd make is to George Mikan. Those are the two adjustments that I would make. Now, if you end up getting Michael Redd, then you can sell James Harden. In 4 weeks, you can plug in Dan Marley. But those are the adjustments, the simple adjustments that you have 100k MT that you can spend on. 100k MT, is it a lot? It's a decent amount, but I think those adjustments are kind of needed. Next squad here is sent in by Braden, who does have 670,000 MT to work with. Says he wants a really good starting lineup. Really wants to ball on a budget with his bench. So if you really want a budget bench, that is basically an ideal bench. I don't necessarily love Wang, but that's an ideal bench right there. Now, his starters, Gary, I like him. Clay, I like him. Wiggins, I like him. aka Tim Duncan. I don't hate it. Now, here are just some things to think about. Andrew Wiggins, I think, is better at the 2 than the 3. He's fine at the 3, right? It's just you could maybe put AK at that 3, then upgrade the 4 just a little bit. But I'm fine with this starting lineup. So another thing to think about, David Robinson is a guy that I like more than Tim Duncan, so you could swap those out and just see where you could go with that. But Gary, Clay, you're never going to tell me to replace. I'm never going to tell you to replace them. Top point guard, top shooting guard. It's just Wiggins, I think, could maybe be AK, and then you could maybe slide Tim there, D-Rob there. There's just a lot of different things you could do. So, and a lineup that I think would be a lot better defensively is this lineup, for example, right? You're going to obviously get Mash on the inside. I don't necessarily love Tim right there. I just don't necessarily love AK at the 4 in general. This squad is fine. If you really want to upgrade your squad, you're going to do this. Like, if you really want to upgrade your squad, your starting lineup, you're going to do this. I'm going to leave you with that. Next squad here is sent in by Dan. He has 500,000 MT to work with, and he needs to work with it. Like, I'm all for having fun with the game, running cool cards, but John Stockton is 6'1". Kyle Lowry is 6 feet tall. They can wave the towels at the end of the bench, man. They can be the best hype man in the world. I do not... Get them off of my court. Instead, plug in a 6'7" point guard. How about that? I'm saying 6'7" point guard in Penny Hardaway. Now, who do you want as your backup point guard? The guy I'm going to plug in, I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to plug in DeJounte Murray as your starting point guard with Hall of Fame floor general. I like it. And then I'm going to move Penny to the bench to run this bench. I really like DeJounte Murray. I really am pretty high on him, especially on both gens, especially current gen, which you're on. I think DeJounte Murray is a very solid option. Then Penny at the backup point guard. Aaron Gordon, another guy I'm not very high on. I don't see the plus of running Aaron Gordon compared to Jonathan Isaac. That's just me. If you really want to get gritty on current gen, you really want to, go with your crazy squad, this is the squad I'd end up with. If you want to be different and run those small point guards, do what you got to do. But, hey, man, I'm putting them in the weight room. Alright, y'all, that is going to wrap it up for today's episode of our My Team Makeover. If you did not see your squad, I'm sorry, man. Comment it down below. I'll get to a few squads, and hopefully somebody else in the comments can help you guys out. Again, you guys can scroll through some of these things and see kind of who I like, who I don't like. Like, Clyde's a guy I never really included, but I do like. You guys can see, some of the budget squads, some of the big baller squads. But I mean, Kyle Lowry and John Stockton is crazy. I mean, that is crazy. I mean, some guys have the best squads in the game that I'm not going to be able to get to. But ultimately, guys, my goal for you guys is to have fun with the game, right? Have fun with the game. So if you're having fun running into the Kyle Lowry's, John Stocktons of the world, I'm not going to sit here and say you have to change it. I'm just trying to give you guys the best advice in which I would have fun with the game. And sometimes that is using taller or just better players in general. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.